back.
I don't know what to do with my
Can you be
hands.
ready to death?
Awkward coward wave.
That's a ready-tution.
Oh my god, I hate you all.
Welcome back, and thank you for sticking with us through our break. This is Something in the Dark, a part of the Untold Stories project. When we left our heroes, they had been investigating a spate of unusual electrocutions that had been striking the city of Louisville. They had witnessed one such electrocution, and they have now been digging into information and have realized that the ghost that they are looking for is most likely one Angela, a young girl who died in a fire at the Belcour Asylum 5 years ago. And yeah, I think that's about where we left off as Professor Carrie Daffodil Pembroke was finding all sorts of information about the asylum and some of its notable former residents.
Well, again, I'm a big proponent of going over there and kicking this ghost in the face.
But it
Sounds good to me.
seems like the ghost may not be there anymore if the
Exactly.
signal is coming from somewhere else.
Well, there might be something connecting the spirit to this plane there. Is that how it works here?
It's a start.
Sometimes.
Can I make a roll to figure out how it's done here?
Sure. Although I as a gimme, I will point out that Carrie has determined that the surge originates in that neighborhood.
The same neighborhood as the asylum?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, if we're going to be there anyway, let's just stop on the way and see if we find anything that's important to the spirit.
And Carrie does have set up an alert when the spike happens. It will set her watch off like at an ear piercing sound so that she can't ignore it.
I got a 30 on my how this stuff works here roll.
Okay. What exactly are you trying to figure out?
Tethers. Are there tethers? How do you dispatch a ghost?
Yeah. The short answer is you don't currently have enough information to nail it down. But yes, absolutely. Ghosts can be tied to the place of their death. Even if they are able to leave it temporarily, they may still be drawn back there. Usually the best way to get a ghost gone is to help it resolve any unfinished business in its life. But there are certainly ways to banish a ghost or simply destroy it.
Carrie does have in her backpack that's attached to her wheelchair, she has holy water, restraints, and salt in her bag.
I will also say one thing that strikes you as unusual about what you have learned so far is you definitely got a demonic presence sense when you saw the the electrical form thing.
More than just a ghost.
But
She may have made a deal.
But
Wait,
yeah,
can we just
but you
ask
definitely
a
get,
demon?
from hearing the story, this seems like a poltergeist kind of situation of angry spirit, unhappy at the time of her death, turned into angry ghost. So
Can we just ask the demons?
I
mean,
mean,
if
Are
it's
they going
demonic,
to give us
Is this like asking if like, people know other people? Am I being racist against demons? That I just assume all demons know each other?
I mean, in my world, they tend to walk in the same circles.
I
Mine
That was a
mean,
9 circles of hell joke for everybody at home.
Carrie, we can. I want to follow down that path, but I also want you to look some stuff up for me. I want you to cross-reference the victims with the Belcourt Hospital and see if they have connections to it.
I want to know if any of the staff is still alive.
okay, you guys are coming at me with a lot of stuff.
Ooh, the staff's I think that's a good notion.
So, what buttons do I need to push, Aaron, to look at what staff is still alive and still in the area and their connections?
Mhm.
And what was the other one? The
Cross-referencing victims with Belcourt.
okay, just seeing if any of them are related in some way or have some sort of connection to it. How
Sure.
many times do I need to roll, and what do I need to roll?
2 investigation checks.
2 investigation checks. I can do that.
And don't forget,
Investigation
you
check.
have a luck point.
Son
Tell
of
me
a bitch!
Tell me which one you're rolling first.
Fuck me. Can I roll both of them and then decide which one I want to redo?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna use my luck point, redo the 17. I'm gonna
Mhm.
use the 27 on looking at the connections of of any of
Between
the
the
victims
victims
having
and the
any of the victims having connections. Because I feel like that one doesn't need to go as deep. The other one probably needs to go a lot deeper. That's what she said. And I got a fuck.
23.
Okay.
23.
You are not finding any direct connections between the victims and Belcourt. In a couple of cases, there is a family member in their past who might have been there, but it's far from universal.
Okay.
And it's usually, like a cousin, or it's not
like their sister or their mom were there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or some cases it's even, they're because Belcourt had been around for quite a while. It's like, my grandmother went there for hysteria in the 30s.
But I'm not gonna say it. That's a,
Yeah.
Oh, did they
Doesn't
cure that in this
remember
time
it, good.
period?
I'm not gonna go there.
Please don't. The other thing you were asking was about the former staff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the staff died in the fire.
Okay.
A lot of the ones, they were making efforts to, like, staff members who were going back in to try to get patients out of the building.
Okay.
Why can I not get this open?
So it wasn't like the staff just was like, fuck these people and just like left. Like they were actively trying to save people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is, without me pulling up a specific, you can probably find someone who was a nurse or a doctor at Belcourt 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, who is still practicing in the area. I'll point out that at this point it is well past midnight. So trying to get a hold of them tonight might be outside of the realm of possibility, but
there are at least some that could possibly be.
Yeah, probably. That seems reasonable.
So while she is doing further research, making connections and whatnot, Harper will ask Daffy if she can put the
Fun fact, nobody calls her Daffy except her mom. So she would have
wouldn't-
introduced herself as Carrie.
She wouldn't have. That was me as the player,
Oh, okay.
not her. But she would ask her if she can put the sort of, for lack of a better term, feed into the files of the hospital onto just a regular tablet so that she can look through them while she's doing the other research.
Oh, like pulling down like security footage and stuff of.
No,
want-
the files that she had found
Oh, the
on the
files.
various,
Oh,
yeah, the files that she had found on the various patients and whatnot,
okay.
so that she could go through them while you were doing your connective tissue research.
Yep.
And she will go over into a corner and look at her own file.
Mm-hmm. And yeah.
Fun fact: just because I put it on a tablet doesn't mean I still don't have access to it. Just.
Yeah, so the file talks about the fact that this girl, Harper Thomason, parents were Kevin and Melissa. Older sister named Morgan, younger brother named Ryan. That Harper had a psychotic break and had murdered her brother, sister, parents, and best friend, all over the course of 3 days. Was found playing in the blood and viscera with absolutely no signs of remorse. Brought in to the asylum where she was completely unreachable for a period of about a year. At which point, a couple of people claiming to be priests whose names are not in the records had all of the required paperwork to transfer her and take the child away. During the year that the child was present, to Harper Thomason after she was taken away.
Reading through I assume reading through that doesn't trigger anything as far as remembering it.
When your parents are sharing stories from when you were like 5,
Yeah.
and you've heard it so many times that
You think you remember it?
yeah, you're like, maybe that's a memory, or maybe I've just heard this so many times that it's a memory. That's kind of what it does for you. You're like, I don't know if this is actually a memory or if this is just what I've been told, both by the people at Dusk House and in these records and by Mr. Quackers.
I'm sure Mr. Quackers is real reliable.
Of course he
He
isn't reliable,
loves-
but you still hear him all the time.
Uh-huh.
He loves retelling that story.
I mean, if it looks like a duck, sounds like a duck.
And it is
Probably
in
a
fact a
deer.
duck.
It's a tire.
So she will push that away for a minute and then look into the following 2 patients,
Uh-huh.
specifically looking for similar signs of possession.
Yeah, so
And also, are there photos attached to
I was just going to ask that.
there are photos. And the photos that you find of Angela definitely match the sketch that Orpheus has drawn. The photos of Alice Desiree give me an intelligence check.
I never saw her.
Oh, well then don't.
Somebody else will have to see the picture of her at some point. So,
Well, everybody would have seen a picture of her because I would have had everything that we were going through. I would have had everything I found would have just been coming up on the screen.
okay. In that case, anyone who likes may give me just a straight intelligence check.
Yippee.
Would
How do I not have intelligence?
would lore apply?
you
Not
have,
in this case.
you have
This is-
intelligence. It's up at the top.
Oh,
It's not a skill, it's an attribute.
Intellect.
so Aunt Puppy doesn't have intelligence.
Yeah, sorry, it's called intellect in this system. My bad.
Dirty 20 for me.
Dirty 13 for me and Larry.
Yeah, we know what's up.
What the?
You're busy.
Let
Yep.
me see if it works.
She does have an eidetic memory though, so even if she doesn't inherently know it, she could potentially know it later.
Yeah,
Doesn't want to work.
it doesn't
Shake it real
work.
good.
Are you having trouble rolling?
Yeah, I'm trying again.
It's gonna pop up like 12 times.
No, we did it. We did it. 13. Not good, but we did it.
Hey,
All right,
Hey, lucky 13s.
so Orpheus.
Oh,
Um,
3 13s.
did Orpheus ever see?
Yes.
I knew Muse did. Yeah, or well, actually, I think it was D who actually saw her, but the little girl, Alice Desiree,
Mm-hmm.
certainly could have grown up into Team Alice.
Okay. Are we saying team
No.
It's T Malice.
T?
TI.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Ty Malice. It's Ti Malice.
Yeah. T Malice.
Ti Malice is the rap name.
Yes.
Word.
But yes,
Okay.
100%.
Woo.
Harper will 100% refer to this person as Team Alice because
That's
Fuck
all
you,
I
that's
can hear.
why.
I can't unhear it. Even reading it right now, that's what I am hearing in my head.
Does anybody else think that this looks like Team Alice?
Well,
who the fuck is
now that
Team
you say
Alice?
it,
I don't think I saw that person.
she was
You did
I don't
not.
think you did it either.
remember the person we said that was messing a cult
Is that a
with
time?
Elder?
I'm sorry. Is that a Twilight reference?
Team
No.
Jacob. Yeah.
Always
She
Team
was-
Jacob.
She was the one who was mixing the occult with with voodoo with Elder.
Mm, mm.
I have no idea what you're talking
The one who
about,
is
but
with
cool.
working with
Mhm.
Oh,
working-
that
The
time that
vampire
you guys
feller.
all went and did something else and just left me to fend for myself.
You
Cool.
To be fair, you were
When
fine.
you wandered off, yeah.
you ran off first by yourself.
I was doing my job.
Hmm.
And then I'm just going to go back to looking through the files.
hold on a second. I want to check something real fast. No, I don't want that character sheet.
Why not?
How about the other one?
Because it won't tell me what I need to know. Come on, gerbils, work faster.
Could be.
Not the gerbils. Just spinning in that wheel.
What was that noise?
That was the gerbils.
Okay. Harper, give me a intellect +5 check.
Okay.
You get a +5.
Run, Harper.
Hold on.
Get him, Harper.
Safe.
You're in danger.
I feel like I am in danger. Yes.
We are in the middle of your backstory.
It's true. True.
We're all in
We
danger.
got backstory all over
23.
ourselves.
23.
Correct.
One thing that you can see is that while none of the 3 homes of those 3 children were directly near each other,
Oh god, do they
They-
make a pentagram?
no, but they all were within walking distance of an undeveloped area of woods that you used to play in as a child.
Hmm.
I'm going to pull Mr. Quackers out of my bag
Uh-huh.
and set it down in front of me.
Okay.
All right, you sick fuck. It's time to talk.
I was just getting water.
Quack, quack.
Is this outside voice or inside voice?
Outside voice.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking. Wiki.
Oh, outside voice, 100%.
Okay.
I mean, what do you want to know?
You know what I want to know. How are you connected?
You know, we've been together for so long, and you've never really just wanted to get to know me or know anything about where I came from. What's caused the change in attitude?
And I will just stare the duck down like, you know.
Oh, Harper. You know, I am exceedingly fond of you. But I'm much too clever of a duck to put all of my eggs in one basket. Did you think that you were the only person I could have come to play with?
Did you think you were special?
Well, I suppose, in all fairness, at the time you were the only one, but I wasn't really planning on ending up inside of a rubber duck, but
How? How could
How
you
what?
possibly? You've been in here for 17 years.
I absolutely have. Oh, I laid those eggs decades ago.
I am
Is he being literal or figurative?
possibly both.
Sure.
If you hadn't found the one you did, when you did, eventually someone would have found one of the others, and then I would have come to play. And if you had been killed, like you should have been, or locked up forever, once I realized that there was no reason to stick around with you, I would have had someone else to go play with eventually once one of the other eggs got found. But then those assholes had to put me inside of this, and so I didn't get to play with them. So I'm not entirely certain what would have happened with those other eggs if they were discovered when I wasn't there to come take advantage of it. I suppose it would have just opened the child up to all sorts of possibilities. Anyone could have wandered in, really.
They haven't invented words.
Oh, they have, just not in any language you're familiar with.
Have we seen? Oh, well, now's he did he say that out loud?
Oh, yeah.
Babel, what's Babel's thinking now?
Hey, Babel, hey, Larry,
Mm-hmm.
can you ask Babel to give us the swear words in languages we're not familiar with?
I could tell you those without his help, but yeah, sure.
If you know them, I'm happy to hear them just from you and not him.
Fair.
Oh, I
Now,
thought you were talking about literal words to describe the things that I do. But
I
oh,
meant
no,
words to describe you. Piece of
full rubber at the moment.
have we all seen the picture of young Harper? Have we connected that she's the third girl?
I think at this point you have.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I want to know whether or not it's been explicit yet.
It wouldn't have been from the picture. Harper doesn't
Yeah.
look like that anymore. Half of her face is complete, like you're not sure if they're burn scars or just scars on top of scars, but half of her face looks, for lack of a better term, mangled.
Okay.
Pretty sure Carrie's facial recognition would still work.
She was also 10.
They have those stupid apps that will age your face.
I mean, it takes a little bit of, which it might occur to you to wonder, why is he not hiding anything?
Because he likes to hurt me.
Because he has no reason to, because if something else capitalized on his laying the groundwork, the only thing he has to gain from it is seeing us go try to stop it and potentially getting hurt in the process, or stopping it, and thus whenever he escapes it, because he clearly thinks that will happen, trying to capitalize on it then.
How many are there? How many were there? Because it definitely wasn't just 3.
Now that would be telling.
Your type likes 7s and 9s. Let's go with 9.
Sure, I like 9. 9 works.
Mm-hmm. I'm going on a hunt. And I will shove Quackers back into the bag and head for the door.
Stay safe.
I'll
Stay
join
in
you.
contact.
Scream really loud if you need me.
And Carrie will just kind of be like, but I could just send you a message.
I didn't mean that literally.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was a joke. And then just keep walking.
Carrie will just awkwardly go back to typing, like.
And
Okay.
I am headed to the holla.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie will also immediately make sure that her tracker
that's-
for Harper is active and in front of her.
Good.
Anybody gonna go with Harper?
I will go with Harper.
I'll go with Harper.
Carrie will continue to play the girl in the chair.
I was looking forward to our TV marathon.
We might still want to keep someone at the TV.
Yeah, no.
I'll stay here. I can get there pretty fast if needed.
You
You're-
should sleep.
You're also not immortal.
I'm not watching the TV. I'm
Okay.
just staying here.
Well, I've got it set to give me an alert if there's a high frequency change. So, I
I'm
mean,
gonna take a nap.
oh, okay. So Gary's just kind of like, okay.
It is pretty late at night. Those of
Huh?
you who need to sleep might want to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm feeling so tired too. I should probably change. And I'll step into the restroom and
I'm used
Indeed,
to
we'll
doing
step
I like
out.
how Carrie rented out an entire floor and we're all in one room.
Oh, we need to talk to each other.
Oh, Mike's not leaving the room to sleep, not even going to the bed. It's just kind of like, just kind of sat down next to Larry and then just like, you know what, screw it, nap time.
He'll go get her a blanket and her tuck Micah in.
To be clear, Harper's not waiting for anybody.
I wasn't assuming. That's why Micah just did the stay safe, keep in contact, because it's like Harper's not gonna wait for people. So if people follow Harper, people are gonna follow Harper, but
Carrie will, as Anson turns to leave, Carrie will grab him and just say, if something happens, just double tap your watch. So, because she pretty
why
much,
would you
she's
make
having
sure
noticed,
your watch is dead?
oh, it's not dead.
Anson's
Well,
watch? No, Anson's watch isn't dead.
No, I was
unless it's for ticking.
Make sure and
It's
mind it.
not ticking.
What'll happen if I press the watch twice?
You will send out a distress call to everybody. Please don't do it. It's very loud.
Well, I won't activate it now, but I better keep an eye on Harper, make sure nothing bad happens. I feel like this is personal, and I know how bad things can get when they're personal.
Be safe.
I'll be with Harper. I assume that means I'll be probably not the target of whatever's out there.
That's a good assumption, actually.
there.
You will be immediately adjacent to the target.
I'm good at pissing things off. I'll figure it out.
I'm going with you all.
Keep an eye on them.
Let's go to the holler.
All right, so as Anson and Harper go to the hollow.
Andy.
And,
Andy.
huh?
Andy.
Andy.
And as Micah and I'm assuming Larry needs to sleep at some point.
He's not going to. He's just going to be very sleepy tomorrow. He's got
Okay.
Sports Center to watch.
Okay. So as 3 of them are heading towards the hollow and 3 of them are staying in the room, I think that's a good place to go ahead and call it a night and pick up there next week.